The power of door knocking. All right, we got 16 people in the room. Can we double the numbers? Can we get up to 30? Can you invite someone that needs to be here tonight? Invite someone that needs to be here tonight. And for the rest of you all, where are you tuning in from? Drop it in the chat. Where are you tuning in from? Instagram, drop it in the chat. Where are you guys tuning in from? Dubai, I love it. Can't wait till we break ground in Dubai. Just announced today, EXP Realty has broken ground in Poland. So I'm excited that we're growing each and every single day. We got Paris in the house. We got Dubai in the house. Hilarious, I tell you. Hilarious. Quick note, if you guys are not a part of our role play, each and every single morning, Monday through Fridays from 7:30 to 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, we role play. We role play on getting listings. We role plays on working with buyers. We role play on breaking through objections. And that's really how the conversation of door knocking came up. Someone stated that, what do I say when I door knock? And I'm so interested in it, and I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. And we said, hey, we have an opportunity for you. We have a platform for you. And here we are tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Share my screen. Drop a 1 if you can see my screen, please. I want to make sure you guys are not missing anything. Phenomenal. Let's get started. All right, so the power of door knock. The reason we go and stop is because it isn't meaningful enough. It is not meaningful enough. So that's why we start stuff so many times and then we stop, because we want to be successful. We want to get the listing. We want to work with the buyer. We want to break into the new market. But what happens is we get distracted, or sometimes we believe that we just can't do it. So what we do, we go focus on something else. So you got to go back to your why once again. And I like to always open with this, because your why will lead you to your purpose and will lead you to your conclusion. So who to door knock to? So you're going to door knock foreclosures. You're going to door knock just listed, just sold opportunities. You're going to door knock for an area that you're looking to break into. You're going to door knock homes that are under contract. You're going to door knock expired, and you're going to door knock for sale by owners. Okay, so let's say, for example, you're looking to break into a particular area. One of the ways that you can break into this area, and it's free, is getting your face out there, knocking on the door. So many times people say, when's the best time to do it? It's not about when is the best time to do it. It's about being consistent with it. It's about being consistent with it. So you got to say, man, I'm going to do this and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to do this. Honestly, I'm going to do this for 6 months straight. I'm going to knock the same area for 6 months straight, because what I got to do is I got to understand that I got to build my name. I got to build a trust. I got to get the people to know who I am. So let's say, for example, right now, the market's about to shift right now. I just heard on the 21st, the Feds are meeting again to talk about the rates. So who knows what's going to happen, but what may happen is it may cause an opportunity for a slowdown. I just had a seller right now reach out to one of our agents and say, hey, what can we do to move the property? Another opportunity is door knocking that listing that you have. You're not just door knocking, honestly, to get the property sold, but you're also door knocking to show the people in the community, show the people in the area, show the people that you are working. So think about that. You are working, you're doing what other people are not willing to do. You just got a listing. You're so excited about the listing. Yeah, we're definitely going to go to Instagram. We're going to go to Facebook. We're going to email our database. But one thing that we're going to do is we're going to use this opportunity to get other listings. So we're going to go and announce it to everyone in the area. We're going to say, hey, I just got a new listing and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I got a few scripts for you guys that I have towards the end of it. I got 3 scripts for you guys towards the end of it that I'm going to go over with you guys. And if we got some time, we'll even role play it out. Okay. Or let's say, for example, you just sold something. Yeah, you just sold something, but it's not just taking the commission check and moving to the next opportunity. It's how can I get another deal here? I've already spent 60 days over here. I've already spent maybe 6 months over here in this area. I've already learned who the association is. I've probably learned the neighbors because I held an open house. So guess what? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to door knock that area, letting them know that they had the property sold. Okay. The owners are going to be so excited because what you're doing is you're raising the property values in their area probably right now, or you're keeping them updated as to what's happening in this particular area. Under contract, another opportunity to get in their face. And when we talk about 10 touches, we hear that so many times. We hear 7 touches. We hear 21 touches. When we hear that, this is exactly what we're talking about. Knocking on the door, getting in people's faces is another touch opportunity. So under contract, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to knock the area. I'm going to talk to people. Okay. What about the expireds? Yeah, I can definitely hit the phones, but sometimes I'm not motivated to hit the phones, or sometimes I'm not getting them to answer the phones. Or even what about when they don't want to talk to me on the phone, but I'm so excited to get that listing. I want to get another listing in that area. I have a particular buyer that wants to live in this particular area. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to knock on their door. And then lastly, for sale by owners. For sale by owners is another great opportunity to knock on the doors. While everyone's calling, I'm doing something a little bit different. While everyone's sending packages that they probably never open up, I'm doing something different. While everyone's sending out postcards that go straight from the mailbox to the garbage, because I do it every day. I go from the mailbox to the garbage. I'm going to knock on their door to get inside their face, get in front of their face, and I'm going to provide value to them. What do I wear? Pretty much be comfortable when you're door knocking. I say be as comfortable as possible, but be as professional as possible, professionally dressed, because you never know. You may be able to get an opportunity that same time that you're knocking, or you want them to answer the door, right? So you want yourself to look as presentable as possible. If I can lift my foot right now, I'll show you guys. I had dress shoes on. I knock in dress shoes. Okay, sometimes I do wear sneakers, but most of the time I dress in dress shoes. I have a t-shirt on today, but I had a name badge on. I left it in my car. So be as professional as possibly dressed. If you're gonna wear jeans, just make sure that they're not baggy jeans. And make sure for the ladies that are here with us, if you're gonna be knocking, make sure, you never know who's gonna open the door. Let's just leave it at that, right? You never truly know who's gonna open the door. So make sure you're as professional as possible, because we understand what we say about first appearances, right? What to carry? I dropped Mason there because I just thought that it was hilarious, but it's also very, very important. It's scary out there these days, especially if you're knocking by yourself. So you want to be as protective as possible. Be alert of your surroundings. If you're parking your vehicle somewhere, park your vehicle where you can actually see it. Don't park your vehicle somewhere where you can't see it, because let's say, for example, it starts raining or something happens. There's nothing that we want to happen to you guys during this time than your safety. Your safety is the #1 important thing, okay? But in addition to that, you want to grab a pen, you want to have a paper, you want to use a clipboard. I think clipboards are great because it allows you to not have to press on your hand. It allows you to be legible with what you're writing. Okay, and then a list of the homes that you're going to be visiting. If you're not geo-targeting, for example, you're not doing just listed, you're not knocking for an open house opportunity, but let's say, for example, you're knocking the FSBOs. So you want to have the list of the FSBOs that you're going to be knocking, the for sale by owners that you're going to be knocking, and you may want to already have them mapped out. So like that, you're not driving from north to south to east to west, but you're driving in a rotation of where it makes sense for you. Okay. So once again, I go back to people say, when is the best time to knock? I say in the afternoon is truly the best time to knock because most people are home, but I think the best time to knock is just doing it. Who agrees with me? Say just do it in the chat if you agree with me. Just get it done. Say just do it for the people that are on Instagram. There you go, just like Nike say. So you got to be committed. You can't say that you're going to knock an area. And I'm just excited that we're on this topic right now, because what happens is that sometimes people knock one area, and the next week they're knocking another area. Then 4 weeks from now, they're knocking another area. Then another week, they're knocking another area. And then they're saying, man, how come nothing's happening right now? You got to be consistent with your door knocking. So if it's something that you're truly trying to do, it's just like we role play and we prospect and we make phone calls each and every single morning, Monday through Friday. Sometimes some people go Sunday through Saturday. You want to knock Monday through Friday. And I say just do it easily as just 1 hour. I know there's a lot of people out there that even do it 2-3 hours. There's also people that do it until they speak to someone. There's people that do it until they knock on 100 doors. And then there's others that do it until they knock on 200 doors. I say if you're first starting off, you don't want to get discouraged, just do it for an hour so you can get your feet wet. But it's also something that is in your calendar. Door knocking is a calendar item. If you're going to do it, ensure to stick to it and add it to the schedule. Best time to knock is early in the mornings when people are about to leave their houses, or in the afternoon before sundown. So I recommend 4 to 7 is a great time right now. It is 7:16. The sun is kind of away. So you may not want to be knocking on people's door at this time. They'll kind of be freaked out if you're knocking on their door at this time. So the best time to go, I went for an hour today. I went from 5:30 to 6:30. 5:30 to 6:30. The third door I knocked on was my opportunity. So I'm meeting with him exactly tomorrow at 5:30. And we're actually meeting on Zoom. I love Zoom opportunities. I enjoy not leaving my house. So we're meeting on Zoom. Bro, you got to slow down, baby. You got to slow down. Right here, slide number 7. What do we provide? Amazing question, Ro. So what do you want to provide to the people? You may want to provide comparables as what's listed, what's under contract, what has sold in the area so that they can get the most recent information. You may want to talk to them about what's new in the area. I wrote here new stores. But you may want to talk about what's new that's coming to the area that they may not know about. You may want to provide your under contract, your just listed, the sold homes in the areas, the market trends. Where is the market going right now? There's some areas that the market is still escalating. It's still going up. It's still on the incline. And then there's other areas where the market is just descending right now. Okay. You may want to get some custom door hangers that created and have those that you're providing to them. And the door hangers may be the same exact thing. It may be your listing on there. It may be your marketing plan on there. It may be the services that you provide on there. It may be your biography of just who you are. Real estate articles are also great. Pendings, once again, coming soon. Let's say, for example, you have a listing that's coming soon and you're not able to just show it yet, but what you want to do is you want to grow the excitement. You want to let people know what's happening. Shanice says some areas are actually better in the afternoon or after they pick up their kids from school. Okay. Information about yourself. Let them know who you are. Let them know who you are. And maybe you're just breaking into the area, but maybe your letter is saying, hey, I'm excited to have discovered your community. It's unfortunate that I never knew about this area and I have buyers that are desirable or desiring to live in this area. And you're going to be seeing my face knock on the door. I just wanted to leave this little information about you so you know exactly who I am and what my company is about. And then lastly, your company. So for example, if you happen to be a part of EXP Realty, they just announced today that we broke in Poland. So maybe I want to create a door hanger where I'm telling people about that my company is not only local, but it's also a global company as well. We had Dubai in the house earlier today. We got Paris in the house. So I want to let them know that, because maybe what's happening, folks, right now is a lot of people are buying a lot of investment properties because in the other countries, they're not as expensive and they're able to rent them out and make the money back. What if the area you want to get into is gated and highly desired to agents? 2 questions in one. I love it. So what I would say is, if it's gated, I love gated communities. I've been kicked out of them quite frequently. Let's just say that. Gated communities, my trick is that if I have a closed sale in the area, or I have a listing in the area, or I have an under contract in the area, I use that as an opportunity to get into the community. So what I'll do is I'll call up my customer. I'll say, hey, John, I'm going to be in the community. If you could just let the gate let me in. Or what I'll do is I'll find another listing that is on the market. I'll use that listing to get into the area, rather it be on Lockbox or Supra. Because guess what? Let's say, for example, the agent has to meet me there. So now the agent has met me there. I looked at the property. Guess what I'm now doing? I have a reason to knock the doors. Hey, John, I don't know if you know, but about 5 doors from you, they just put a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 2,700 square feet on the market. I didn't know if you knew. I didn't know if the agent alerted you just yet, but I wanted to be the professional to let you know about this home that's on the market. I actually just previewed it. It's fully renovated on the lake and on the water. It provides to me a real opportunity at social media, creating content. It provides me an opportunity to know what's happening in the area as far as what listings, or maybe that listing is a distressed property, or maybe they need to do a price reduction. And maybe now I can talk to John about that and say, John, that house has been on the market for about 6 months. What do you think it's going to go for, John? Do you think it's fairly priced? Okay. Question number 2 was, what about if there's an agent that desirably works in the area? Listen, you got to understand, when that agent broke into that area, there was another agent that was dominating that area. And when that agent broke into the area, there was another agent that was dominating in that area. There's always going to be someone that has market share more than you. You just got to not allow that to, there you go. You got to not allow that to stop you. Who cares is what BB says. Focus on you. Remember we said it's a marathon, not a sprint. They may not like that agent. That agent may not be farming that area. They may have had a lot of sales because maybe they did the new developments, or maybe they knew a lot of people over there, but that agent may not be knocking the doors. They may not be making phone calls, may not be sending out mailers. That agent may not know what they're doing. Something about you got to think about it. Something about you is why that realtor, why that homeowner wants to work with you. There you go. Sonia says a realtor told her she could not market that area because someone was already farming it for a very long time. And now she's done plenty of sales there. She exercises in that community. They know exactly who she is. When she's out of town and she doesn't exercise, the next day when they see her, they say, hey, I didn't see you yesterday. She wears her EXP or her real estate brokerage hat. What to do after you door knock. So one of the main reasons for door knocking is you want to get content. You want to create content, information that you're sending people. You want to be a resource. So what may happen is you may not get a listing opportunity. You may not get a buyer opportunity at that time of door knocking. But what you want to do is you want to door knock to obtain information. You want to be that resource. You want to let them know that I'm going to always be here for you for anything that you need. Rather, you need a plumber, you need an AC person, you need a roofer. I'm your resource. As I was door knocking earlier today, I said, man, there's this new development that's breaking over here. And what I want to do, and you guys can definitely mirror this, I'm all about rinsing and repeating, is what you can definitely do is visit those stores there, let them know you're the neighborhood expert, and talk about how can you partner up with these people to get discounted prices, for example. And now you're creating what's called a coupon book, and you're providing that coupon book to the customers. Hey, John, just knocking on your door. Don't know if you know about the dry cleaning service that just opened up over in the plaza next to you, but I went ahead and I got a coupon that's specifically coded to me. So when you go there, John, tell them Jeff sent you, and they'll give you 25% off. Guys, I'm about to do that. I'm about to do that with this new community, this new plaza that broke into the community where I've been working for many, many years. There you go. There you go. There you go, BB. Exactly. Exactly. So I'm getting information. So what I want to do is I want to grab their phone numbers. I want to grab their email addresses. I want to grab I'll tell you exactly what I grabbed from this guy. This was, I met two people. One was a realtor with a Remax, and then the other person was a seller that I'm actually meeting with. So I grabbed his name, I grabbed his phone number, I grabbed exactly what our conversation was about. I grabbed what was some updates. He said, I just painted the house, I just put in new floors, I just replaced the roof. I grabbed the time that we're meeting tomorrow at 5:30. I grabbed his payoff is $110,000. I grabbed what type of home he wants to move into. There's a 5-bedroom in Davie. He said anywhere from 600 to 800K. I grabbed his property address. I grabbed his email. Okay. I grabbed the information. So guess what? The number one thing that's going to happen right now is he's going to go into my database. And I'm also going to send him a calendar reminder, but he's going to go into my database. I'm going to send him a thank you card. He's getting a thank you card, and so is the realtor. The realtor is getting a thank you card as well. Keep tracks of everyone you speak to, even though the conversation didn't go well, even though they slammed the door in your face, even though they said they weren't interested. Keep track of that. Try to grab everyone's name, because imagine your 4th time in that community, your 8th time in that community, your 20th time in that community. Just imagine that. Keep track of how many doors did you knock. Did you knock 10? Did you knock 20? Did you knock 30? It's just like keeping track when you're on the phone. How many contacts did you speak to? How many phone calls did you make? Keep track of what was the feedback you received as well. Some of the feedback that I take note of, I truly do. We speak about gated communities. I take notes of the people that says, don't knock on my door, no soliciting. You're not supposed to be soliciting in here. I'm not interested. I keep track of those, especially if we don't have a good conversation, because what I do is I don't go back. I really don't. I don't go back to that door, but I go back to the community. I once had a guy tell me not to park my car there. So what I do is every time I come, I park my car on the other side, and I walk myself over to his door. Continue working the same area for a minimum of 6 months. Don't skip areas. If you truly want to target an area, if you truly want to grow your footprint in this area, keep doing it. Keep going. Keep going. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Did I miss anything? Congratulations, Christy. Guys, I don't know if you saw that, but drop some fires in the room. She's been knocking her area, her own area, and she just got a listing just yesterday. Congratulations to you. That's another thing. Market the area you live in. Market the area you live in. And one of the things to do when you're marketing this area that you live in is say, hey, I'm your neighbor. I'm your neighbor. That's the easiest strategy right there when you're knocking on the door. And if you can see your house, point to it so they can see who you are, or describe it. When I first moved in over here, I did my landscaping, and everyone was talking about my landscaping, my landscaping, my landscaping. So what I do is I touch it up every so often, but guess what? I keep the conversation going about the landscaping. So then when I talk to people in the area, I say, I'm the guy with the landscaping. Want to make sure we didn't miss anything. Come on now. Come on now, Christy. Come on now. Hey, I'm excited you spoke about it. Before we get into the scripts, there's a difference between door hanging and door knocking. If you hang, I don't know if your return or your conversion is going to be as successful as it is if you actually knock on the door. The goal of door knocking is to truly talk to people, get contact information, see what people's minds are, see what their ideas are. So you got to make sure You got to make sure that you try to knock on the doors and not just hang. Sometimes you have a fear of not wanting to talk to people, a fear of rejection. Folks, we're in sales. We're in sales. The more people we talk to, the more people we can help out. So
hey, Jeff, I got a quick question. If you door knock and no one's home, what do you do?
Then I would definitely leave the piece of information that I have on the door. So that's the next time where I'm going to door hang. I'm going to always leave something on the door, because what's going to happen is they're going to still get it. I door knock. I have a listing right now. I door knock the area. Maybe it's my third round in the area. And I was at the owner's house the other day, and the owner said, "Did you knock the area the other day?" I said, "Yes, I did." He's like, "Two of the neighbors came to me and told me," because I left a piece of mailer on the door. Shanice, you have a question?
No, just a comment. I've been intentionally door knocking houses in my area where the owners own the home 5 years and up. And today I did 30 doors, and I literally just finished putting together my mail to send out to them, thanking them for the time that they took out of their day to talk to me about possibly selling their home. And I've also given them a QR code where they could scan and get like market reports for the area. And the batch that I did last week, I received 2 leads who are looking to sell in the next 3 months.
I love it. I love it. Congratulations. Congratulations. And you're working on a listing opportunity as we speak over there, right? That you and I have been speaking about?
Yes.
There you go. There you go. In your own community.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell Terry to suck it.
I have a reference app, Amber. I just forgot to add it on the last slide, but I'll go get it, and then I'll make sure you get it for sure, for sure. Congratulations, Shanice. Drop some fires in the room for Shanice. In Instagram, they said, for example, Key Biscayne, it's better to knock in the afternoon, because in the morning, a lot of people are riding their bikes and running. So learn your market area. Learn your market area as far as what are they doing. So I got 2 scripts for you guys. So hello, my name is from ABC Realty. How are you today? I'm stopping by to let you know that 123 Main Street that I just listed is on the market. My house is a 5-bedroom, 4-bath. I just listed it for $575. Wanted to know, do you have any questions for me right now? They may have questions, they may not have questions. But once again, here's your update as to what's happening in the market. I'm curious, how long have you lived here? I want to get some information from them, because what's going to happen to me is once someone starts to tell me how long they lived there, I'm going to start to think about what type of market were we in at that time. And I'm going to automatically think that, hey, there's an equity opportunity here. So let's say, for example, they said they bought their house in 2009, for example. I'm going to say, man, they probably got a lot of equity in their house. Or they're going to say that they bought their house in 2017. I'm going to think about where we are as far as value goes. Okay. How did you happen to pick the area that you decided to move into? Where did you move from? Building rapport. No different than being on the phone. It's all about building the rapport. Now, if you could move anywhere else, I love the magic wand question. If you could live anywhere else, where would that be? And the reason for that is because I want to know if they're going to say a condominium. I want to know if they're going to say maybe Central Florida, another state, maybe a bigger home, maybe a smaller home. And if you were planning on moving, when would that move be? 10 years from now, a year from now, 6 months from now, 30 days from now. Sometimes they don't even think about it. I shared with you guys on the role play that I went on an appointment 2 days ago because I had called her just the week before as one of the touch points. And she says, Jeff, I wasn't even thinking about selling my house. But when you and I got on the phone, I just thought about it. I'm no longer using the phone. I got somebody here that can vouch for me.
Yes.
And just like that, we got the listing now. And I said, where are you going to move to when you sell? She says, I don't know. I just know that the market's good right now. You called and I want to sell my house. I would like to make an official appointment with you tomorrow. Does the morning or the afternoon work? And the reason for this is because I'm going to provide information to them as far as what's happening in the market. As far as what's happening in the market. I may not want to sell them right away, but if I can talk to them about what's happening in the market, I could do a sit down with them. And I use that what's happening in the market opportunity quite frequently. So let's say, for example, I'm doing geo-targeting or circle prospecting, and they're not interested. I always say, is it okay if I can mail you or leave at your door a market report as far as what's happening in the market? And a lot of times they say yes. So guess what? It provides me an opportunity to get their mailing address. It gave me access to go in front of their door or mail them something. So now what they're doing is they're continuously going to get stuff from me. I'm going to continuously bring stuff to their door. My next script, open houses, for example. Hello, my name is Jeffrey. I'm with EXP Realty. How are you today? I'm stopping by to let you know that 123 Main Street that I just listed is hosting an open house Saturday, January 1st between the hours of 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. I would love to personally invite you. Can I get your information to register you? We are doing a drawing at the end, and I don't want you to miss out. Next, do you have any questions for me about the current market? Leave them the flyer of the open house. Your second touch point right there, you're leaving something in their hands. And I'm curious, once again, how long have you lived here? If you were to make a move, where would that move be? What sold you on this home here? Guys, I ran into a guy that I knew that I sold his home just a few years ago. He's in Grand Key, and Carlos is on here. And they're having another baby. And he's like, Jeff, we're ready to upsize. So space, think about space. Sometimes the house is way too big and they no longer need it. So I probably need to tailor my conversation towards that. Or sometimes the house is too small and they need to get more space. So the conversation is going to be around that. I would love to make an official appointment with you. Does the morning or the afternoon work with you? On the bottom, I dropped some affiliate sites that I've been using for many, many years right now. Clear bags is what I put all my door hangers in. So like that, I'm not leaving them a piece of paper. Sometimes I do leave a piece of paper, but most of the times they're going in a clear bag that we're putting on the door in case it gets wet, anything like that. In menus, keeping currents matter. I use IMAP to see what's happening in the area. Like, for example, if they lived in the area since the 80s, there's some opportunity there. Or if they're in foreclosure, IMAP's going to tell me that right then and there. If the house is vacant or it's tenant occupied, IMAP's going to share that with me. And then sometimes I pull RPR just to get a quick value of what their home is. Another round of questions from anyone. Drop a 2 in the chat if you're getting some information tonight. I love it. Another round of questions, comments. Scenarios. Anyone went door knocking in the last 60 days and just ran into something and you want to share it with us? Best source for market report on Instagram. Inman News. I love Inman. Keeping current matters. Florida Realtors.
Hey, Jeff.
Florida Realtors is great as well.
Hey, Jeff.
Yep, I'm here.
I just wanted to tell everybody, I don't know if they know, because a lot of people don't go through the Enterprise. Enterprise has a
door hanger for EXP for door knocking. And it says for open house, change the word around to whatever you'd like to, you know, entice your buyers. And you can use those. They're really good. I use them. I print them at home. And for anybody ever, you know, needs help with that. But yeah, they're really, really nice and professionally done.
There you go. There you go. Thank you so much for that. Any other comments or questions? All right.
Sorry, real quick, the affiliate sites, you said you use iMan for the market reports. Which one do you use for market reports to print out when you do the drop off?
So honestly, I for market reports, I actually create the flyer. I create it right through Canva. I go right in through Canva. I create the sign right through there. And what I'm doing is let's say, for example, there's some news that I want to share with them. I'm putting that on through Canva. Let's say, for example, there's houses that we sold. I'm putting that through Canva. I'm dropping 4 homes on there, 5 homes on there of what just recently sold, especially if it's high priced. I'm putting the highest price on there. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want the phones to ring. I want the phones to ring. So now when they're able to say, man, like right now, their house is probably worth 700, but there's 3 other homes that's probably sold for 800. I'm putting that on there because it's getting the phone to ring. And then now when I go to the appointment, I'm giving them the evaluation of their property. And through the evaluation, we may end up being at 800 or we may have to go less. But I think Canva is great. It's free. And I do everything on there. And what you do, just create a template. I think just create a template. And what you do is you just change it every 30 days if you want to, or every 60 days. Just change the houses, change the price, change the address if you have addresses on there.
Etsy also has really nice ones for like $2-3 the templates. Really nice ones.
There you go. You can always hire a designer to create something for you. But I think another opportunity is to go to Google. Just go to Google and type real estate flyers. You can get so many ideas from there. Go to Google door hanger flyers. You can get so many ideas from there. Want to do a quick role play with someone else before we continue? Any volunteers? Market is shifting right now while a volunteer comes up. Market is shifting right now. A lot of foreclosures are coming up. A lot of short sales are coming up. You may want to get in there. These are the people that are not going to be answering the phones. So you may want to get in front of their face and provide some information to them about how you can be that resource, how you can help them out of the situation that they may be in. And now, honestly, they don't pay for anything. Unless they decide to hire an attorney, then they have to pay those attorney charges. But after that, if they decide to do a short sale, let them know that everything is paid through the bank. You can probably work on some relocation assistance with them as well. So I would definitely be tapping into that. I would be tapping into the market that's shifting right now. The people are eating into their equity in their homes, and they got no other choice. Talk to us, Christy.
My apologies, you wanted a volunteer, so I'm here.
Let's rock and roll. Who's the homeowner?
Let's go. I'm sorry?
Who's going to be the homeowner?
I will be the homeowner.
You want to be the homeowner?
I will.
All right, come on. All right, knock, knock, knock.
Hello, who is it?
Hey, this is Jeff. I'm a realtor with EXP Realty. How are you today?
I'm fine, Jeff. How are you?
I'm amazing.
I'm sorry, my kids are running around in the back.
Oh man, I'll make it quick. I'll make it quick, Christy. Listen, just down the block, I just listed a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, and I just wanted to go around and tell all the neighbors about it. So I have a flyer here for you. I understand you're with the kids right now, but Christy, we're also gonna be hosting an open house this Saturday, the 17th, between 1 and 4. Can I count for you to stop on by? You can check the house out.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm not going to be available to do the open house, unfortunately, but me and my husband have literally possibly been thinking about selling our home. We just don't know what the value is. Can you provide more information?
I can definitely do that. Christy, I'd love to do a sit down with you and your husband. Today's Wednesday. How does tomorrow afternoon around maybe 5:30, 7 between those hours work for you guys?
Tomorrow's not good because my husband will be at work, but maybe over the weekend. It's one of those things where it's just something I've been thinking about, and I haven't shared that information with him as of yet. But maybe if you come, you can help me persuade him, and then we can actually try to make something happen.
I've been in those situations several times. Actually, I just took a listing just about 2 weeks ago, Christy, where the husband didn't want to sell, and the wife got me over there to convince him, and it ended up being a phenomenal thing. So I look forward to that. Christy, Saturday, the morning or the afternoon?
Afternoon is best.
Afternoon, okay, awesome. I could probably do 2. Does 2 o'clock work for you?
I'm sorry, what was that?
The afternoon, does 2 o'clock work for you? Sounds like you're going out.
That works perfect.
Amazing, amazing. Christy, so I'm excited to come over, talk to you, talk to your husband about possibly getting the home sold, but just some information before I come out. Where are you guys going to move to if you guys decide to sell the house?
It will be in the same area, the same location, city. It can be in a different subdivision, but that's my concern overall, just the same city.
Okay, and how many bedrooms and bathrooms do you guys think about moving into?
We need a 5-bed, 2-bath at least. There's a lot of kids here.
5 bed, 2 bath. Okay. And Chrissy, how many bedrooms and bathrooms are you in right now?
Right now, I'm in a 4 with an office. Actually, that 5 would need a studio at least, if possible.
Okay, you're in a 4. Okay, how many bathrooms do you have?
2.
You have 2 bathrooms. Okay, okay. Chrissy, what do you think your house is worth today?
Zillow tries to get information, take Zillow. So I think it's worth about 425. I got it at 275.
Zillow, Christy, you said Zillow said it's worth about 425?
Yes. Well, I think it's about 425. Yes. I got it at 275.
You paid 275. And what do you guys owe on the house today?
Right now, about 130.
You're about 130. Okay, great, great, great. All right, looking forward to seeing you Saturday at 2 p.m. Christy, what's your email address?
It is THELANEGRPTX@gmail.
Beautiful, got that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you a calendar invite so that it's on my calendar, it's on your calendar as well. Look forward to meeting you, meeting your husband. Christy, before we make plans and we actually meet each other on Saturday, is there any questions that you have for me?
Well, I do have a couple of questions. I have a roof that probably needs repairing. I have a couple of things around the home that has to be taken care of. I don't know if you have any referrals or even people that can take care of things at closing or anything of that sort. That would be very helpful too, from a standpoint of my husband, because he literally freaks out about stuff like that. But anything that you can bring as far as referrals as well to make the transaction more smoother, to give him comfort, that would be perfect.
Okay, got it, got it. So understand the roof. You guys are looking for some repairs. There's actually something I want to share with you guys when I meet with you guys on Saturday at 2 p.m. I want to talk to you guys about the opportunity of having a couple of companies that I've partnered up with, Christy, that can actually renovate the home for you guys so you guys can get top dollar and then they get paid at closing. What do you think about that?
Wow, that is amazing. He'll be so happy. Okay, that means that we will have literally a winner situation if you bring that information.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Because that's been his biggest concern, and not wanting to do all of that because he works in construction already and he's just tired when he gets home. And then we have, 2 little ones on top of the 2 older ones, and it's just a lot, but that'll be great.
Got it, got it. Okay, Christy. Christy, also, talking about the new house, you want a 5-bedroom, 4-bath. You stated that it could have an office space, but what do you guys want to spend on that new house? Just so I can come over with some opportunities for you guys.
Well, if it sells at more than what Zillow is saying or anything else, or whatever comps you come up with or information, whatever you can tell me that it'll sell for, that'll be very helpful. And then we can go from there.
Got it, got it, got it. Okay, phenomenal. Look forward to seeing you Saturday at 2. I'm going to go ahead and email you. calendar invite. Once again, I do have the property down the street for sale. So here's the flyer. All my information is on there. And I look forward to
Okay,
seeing.
thank you.
Okay.
Well, you have a good day or night.
Awesome. Thank you so much. What did you all
Thank
think
you.
about that? Feedback, anyone? Talk to us. Anyone, any questions? Anything you weren't too sure about that you want some clarification on that took place?
No, I just want to say it was a good mirror and match. You listened to her. She talking about making sure that, you know, her husband was there. You weren't pushing. I think it was an excellent call.
Beautiful, beautiful. Having knocked already and received maybe about 3 listings you stated earlier, I think, Christy, what would you add or not ask during this opportunity, just for the people in the room? If anything.
I think you asked all the very pertinent questions. Very good information that you gave, as well as, I mean, the seller or potential seller was highly open, because of course she's been wanting to, and then of course in the scenario, whether it was fake or not, I mean, you can have those challenges where there is a spouse that does not want to sell. So that's why I decided to go with that, because I have come up against those scenarios and issues. And of course, providing that type of information or anything that's of concern helps a lot. So I think you did great with the questions, and I think that overall it's something that you're going to take care of on that appointment, which is very
Exactly.
important, very imperative.
So as I stated to you, I actually experienced this maybe about 2 weeks ago, but when I got to the house, off topic here, but relevant, I guess. When I got to the house, the husband wasn't there. She says, "Oh, my husband went to the store and he'll be right back." And I sat down, and I hope she's not watching on the live, but if she is, oh well. She stated, I'm talking to her, we walked the house, we spoke about some ideas, and she says he doesn't want to sell, he doesn't want to move. And I'm like, oh, that's probably why he's not here right now, you know. So, but then I was able to share with them the value of what they'll be getting for their home. I was able to give them some opportunities as far as what to do with their credit cards that they owe and where they would be moving to. And I spoke to them about new construction opportunities as well. And I happen to have just checked all his boxes. So she was
That's
already
super
excited to move, and now he is as well. So just excited.
Right, because if you can provide during the time of the actual meeting is what I actually did. The different homes that are available outside of where they live currently in the same area, if that's what they're looking for, that's new and fresh, and just give them ideas just the same, that's even more better. It just helps you even more, because every piece of it for me is to soothe each concern in each scenario, and not only soothe it, but of course capture their attention to help them understand that we're there for them as a whole.
Exactly.
And it's just about passion. And of course, as realtors, we're passionate in real estate. We love what we do. And so walking them through the day-to-day process, and then just everyday life and understanding and comparing your life, or giving those scenarios with your life just the same, whether you have children or whether you have, you know, those different situations. I'll tell you, 2 of my listings I have right now, people literally are going through a divorce. Well, I went through one for 2 years, and I'll show that. And literally it's been final for only 3 weeks. But that's just how it happened. I was able to attract those different type of clients because I could actually share my story. So always sharing your story, even when sharing content online or Instagram or any social media, helps you to actually attract those people that can resonate just the same with you and your livelihood.
Exactly. We always talk about sharing your story. We always talk about that. So right then and there, you're able to be relatable, and then you're able to probably explain the process of what's going to happen now, and maybe some pitfalls that they're going to run into as far as their walk away. What happens with the proceeds? Where does everyone go? What about if the house doesn't sell? Probably better than myself that's never been married before, right? So someone asked a question about motivation.
Exactly.
Say that one more time.
I'm sorry, I was just agreeing.
Exactly. So someone asked about motivation. So you always want to know the motivation for any appointment that you walk into. You always want to know the motivation of why do they need to sell? Where are they going to? Because what you want to do is when you walk into that appointment, you want to have the best picture painted already. You want to have the best picture painted already. So if you don't pre-qualify any appointment that you go on, you may find yourself not being able to walk out with the listing because you weren't prepared with the right questions. So keep that in mind always. I believe so. It's worked for me, asking questions and asking as many questions as possible. It's worked for me all the time. Once again, I want to bring the room back. We are doing a 30-day challenge. It started actually Monday. It was just announced through our role plays. We're doing a 30-day challenge of 30-day, 1 hour per day, just going out and just knocking the doors, hopefully knocking the same area. If you have a listing that you're working on, if you have an open house that you want to do, you have something that went under contract or you even sold something. So join us as we commit to 30 full days. I say it includes Saturday and Sunday. Don't know about you guys, but just 30 days of truly just being laser focused on breaking into something that happens to be new for so many people. If you've never door knocked in this room today, drop a 3 in the room and let's just take a quick poll. Real estate professional, you have not knocked the door once before for sales, drop a 3 in the room. So we can just do a quick poll. BB. There you go. So challenge you guys to go out and knock the doors. And sometimes it's just knocking just to provide value. Sometimes it's knocking just to say hi. You know, I wanna bring Ro on real quick because I want to hear about a different market area than what I'm in. Do people knock over there, Ro, in New York where you're at?
Well, first off, I want to say hello to everyone. And thank you again for such a great session that we have going on here tonight. You know what? Believe it or not, New York, we still have a state of an emergency moratorium where we cannot call, we cannot door knock, we cannot solicit, we can't do any of that. To be honest, even before that, I guess maybe because I really wasn't paying attention, I don't ever remember living anywhere and having realtors knock on the doors.
Wow.
Yep. So I have not personally door knocked. I'm getting away with calling. Yeah, I think that once that's kind of lifted here, I'm definitely going to be, out there. I mean, obviously, I probably would door knock if I had like an open house in the area. I probably would do that. But for now, I'm just trying not to do it because I don't want to be put in the position where, I go to someone's door and it's a realtor. You know what I mean? So I just don't want to be put in that position.
Love it. Looks like everyone didn't know that. So thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for sharing that with us. So someone has requested to role play with someone that has never role played before. Christy has volunteered. Thank you so much for that. Christy says, hey, if someone wants to do it in fear, she's interested in role playing with you guys. But for anyone that dropped the 3 in the room, I challenge you to go out this week and just spend an hour and just knock the doors. And sometimes you're knocking with just your business card and just letting them know that, hey, you're here and you're here to stay. And you're just excited just to introduce yourself. Or maybe you're providing to them what's happening in the market. So if there's any volunteers that has not door knocked, and I guess it'd probably be one of the people that dropped the 3 in the room. Christy's interested in door knocking with you guys. Any brave souls out there? Come on now. iPhone says me. We don't know who you are, iPhone, but definitely just raise your hand so I can pin you to the screen and we can go ahead and unmute you. Chris, you got tons of volunteers.
Many, miny, mo.
All right, Denise, the floor is yours.
Yay, I won. Okay. Okay, so I'm playing the agent.
Denise. Yes,
Am I
you
playing
are.
the agent?
I'm gonna
Okay.
get terrible,
I'm gonna
terrible honor.
see how I do with my first time ever in life door knocking. Never done this before. Okay.
Do that.
Okay,
I'm
so
ready
I'm
when you
ringing
say
the
knock knock.
Okay, knock knock.
Who's
Knock
there?
knock.
No. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. Nice to meet you. My name is Denise. I am one of your local neighborhood experts, and I'm just stopping by to just give you my business card and to introduce myself. I'm just trying to get acquainted with my neighbors in the area. And by the way, you have a lovely house, by the way. I love the
Thank you,
detail in
Denise.
front
I
of the
truly
house.
appreciate that.
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
Thank you.
But I just wanted to just let you know who I am, and I'm one of the like one of the realtors, well, neighborhood experts, and I just want to give you my business card. Here's my business card, and yeah, if you ever think about
Thank you.
wanting to know just the market value of your house, I would gladly love to go over with you the area, the houses that has sold in the area, and anything that's pending or that's coming, that's has closed or is listed. I would greatly love to go over that with you, or any market reports.
Okay. Okay, great. I would love that. If you could email them to me, that'd be great. I'll also hand you my card. I am a nurse practitioner. I'm not currently interested in selling, but I think that will be something that will be great in the near future. And so if we can keep in contact, it'll be fine.
Oh, okay, awesome. Do you mind if I will send you any market reports to your email? I would love to just keep you updated on what's going on in the area.
Yeah, email will be great. I get a lot of calls on my phone as far as from when I need to go to the ER and stuff like that to basically practice, just take care of patients and things like that sort. So email is best. I'll hand you my email is definitely on my card. You can send me the comps. I can definitely, talk with my family and just kind of go from there.
Nice. And also, I just wanted to let you know that if you happen to need any referrals of, like, if you decide to do any plumbing work or any other areas around the house that needs improvement, I would love to be a resource to you and send you any information regarding that. So if you don't mind, I will also send you I don't know, anything regarding flooring
Well, that is
or
so
plumbing.
funny, Denise, because my water heater is out right now. Yeah, my hot water heater is out right now. So if you know a plumber, that'll be great, especially if you worked with that person before.
Okay. Sounds great. So I will definitely send that information over to you. And I'm looking forward to speaking to you in the future. And if any way I can be a resource to you or anybody you know, I'm here. Thank you so much for answering the door. And I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. You have a good one.
Thank you. Bye-bye. How do we do?
Hey, just amazing. Thank you for volunteering, Denise. That's your first time, right?
First time in my life.
I think you did great, Denise, honestly. You made the right statements. I think that you gave the right information. I think that you provided additional information as well. And so it builds a trusting relationship. And then they'll think of you, right? When they need something, and even further think of you when they want to sell or even purchase something more, or other people that they know want to buy, or their first-time home buyers that are looking to upgrade or downgrade or anything. So I think that you did pretty good overall, honestly.
Thank you. The only thing is that I really
Jeff
have to
is
get
the
some
expert, but I think you did great.
I just have to get some actual referrals because I can't, I don't really know any plumbing, but I just have for my area in New York, I have to find some good partners to know who does plumbing and roofing and, flooring, because I honestly have to
And
build
that's
that up.
okay.
Yeah.
As you go, you literally, as you go, you literally create that and pick that up and, you know, make that happen and accessible to people. And I'm sure enough has information, or you can Google and call some people and just actually look at some reviews online. It's kind of which is so cool. Anyways, the actual things what I would really want to do, because they will have those questions. I've had that all the time.
You're kind of breaking up, Christine.
Literally. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. Can you hear me better?
Yes.
I've had a home that, well, I have a home that will close next week. I live in Texas, Dallas area. And literally that home, everything that had to be repaired, because I represent both the buyer and the seller. Well, everything that had to be repaired had to be paid out through closing. They're both older women. And with that said, they knew no one. I had to do the referrals for the roof, for just different things. The inspector, of course, the appraisal came from the lender. My client on the buyer side is a first-time home buyer. On the seller side, she gained the property from actually a co-worker she was working with, where they became best friends. And these best friends, one of the nurses passed away. They both were nurses. And literally, I ended up meeting the seller of the property through the buyer, because the buyer already had a relationship with the seller. And it's just a beautiful thing to be able, we were able to get everything to title to help it close, where they're actually going to pay for it at closing. So just wanted to share that.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. But yeah, I would definitely recommend getting your database together. Everyone, from a standpoint of just having those particular pieces, from a plumber, a C person, whatever it may be, painter, somebody can do regular maintenance repairs, because you don't know who you're going to run across. You don't know what their actual situation is. And that's always helpful. And when you build that trust and communication and trusting relationship, it definitely helps you create sales and then build relationships for a long time to come with people. Just the same.
Also other realtors use realtors as resources as well. So I heard you say, Denise, that you are in New York. So definitely reach out to Ro. Anyone else here in New York that you can definitely reach out to and see what references they have, you know?
Denise, I think it's got to be the Denise that I've connected with in Brooklyn. Denise, is that you, Denise? Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. We've had a couple of conversations, Denise and I, for sure. Another source of like a good referral usually comes from an inspector. Like, I've built a relationship with this inspector in the area. He was once a builder and then got into doing inspecting. And I can call him and ask him, Bob, I need an HVAC guy. Who do you got? And he is quick to give me a referral, because he's out there. He sees the work that, these trades are doing. And he's got, relationships with them. So he's a good source for me, as far as like, if I don't know someone within that trade or industry.
There you go. There you go. But continue to build your database. That's another opportunity to get listings or get deals, is your database. If you're working with a plumber, they're probably going into tons of homes. And this is me closing it out, to be honest with you. They're probably going into other homes, and they may have other people that they could refer you to as far as a plumbing job that they're doing, and the people are thinking about selling. So, you know what's funny about that? So one of the doors I knocked on was an AC guy, and he wasn't nice at all. He wasn't nice at all. And I'm like, dude, like, I'm in real estate and you're an AC guy. So then I had to kill him with kindness. I said, hey, I noticed you do AC. He's like, yeah, I own the company. I said, great, I'll take a picture of your truck. But it was like, dude, like, if you were thinking as a business person, you would want to work with a realtor that needs to replace ACs, because the homeowners probably run into issues so many times. So be intentional, I think. I thought he was one of the unkind people that I met today,
So Jeff, sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just here thinking, I'm trying to get my materials ready for my my door knocking. So I got my business card. And then you said the market reports, right? I can create it on Canva, or what if I just wanted to print it out real quick? Do I need to do the Canva work, or is there another website I can go to just print out real quick? Something I just drop off or something.
You can use RPR. So you can definitely tap into RPR. Let's say, for example, you have a property address. You can use RPR. It can give you the report that you need. And then you can drop that off to a homeowner. I use Canva because I throw multiple homes on one flyer, or I throw a lot of information on one flyer, and it allows me to do that. It's branded towards me and what I'm doing and what my vision is. So I know a lot of people sometimes print directly through the MLS as well. That's also another thing that you can do. But one thing about branding though is that you want it to be clear and concise. You want to use the same colors. You want to try to use the same logos. You want to try to use the same theme so that people remember you. So keep that in mind. If you're using an RPR report today, you're using something else tomorrow, using something else tomorrow, there's 30 realtors knocking on that door. You guys all look the same. So keep that in mind. And I think that goes for any business as well. Any other questions before we go for the night? It's 8:11. We're a little bit over time. Just want to thank you guys for first and foremost for being here. I just want to close out. Any further questions or comments from anyone?
Very thankful for today. A lot of useful information.
You're most welcome. Guys,
Hey, Jeff, you asked who else was on the call from New York. Anyone else besides Denise and I? I just want to kind of get an idea if you're door knocking or not.
I didn't get anyone in the chat. Anyone here from New York? Zoe just moved to Florida, and I guess she was in New York.
Yeah, Zoe's in New Jersey.
New Jersey, okay. Chrissy's in Dallas. Thank you guys. Save the date. Next Wednesday, we'll be right back here for our next topic on how to truly just build your business. But join us each and every single morning at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time as we role play, door knocking, and everything else that is going to truly be the tools to provide excellence to your real estate career. Catch you guys next